The motivation to give God all of you, he says, are the mercies of God. I beseech you, therefore, by the mercies of God. The mercies refer to the first 11 chapters that lead up to chapter 12, verse 1. Chapter 1 through chapter 3, verse 19 says that the whole world is guilty before God, that there is none righteous, no, not one. But in chapter 3, verse 20, God has come up with a way to use his love in order to satisfy his justice through the redemptive work of Jesus Christ. How do you get it? Chapter 4, you get it the same way Abraham and David got it. You get it by faith. Is that all I get? No, chapter 5. That only gets you started, because once you have faith in the finished work of Christ, you now have access to all the provisions of grace. Well, now all my problems are solved, not necessarily chapter 6 and 7. Because we still live in the flesh, we are still drawn away from God. Well, if I'm still drawn away from God, even though I have all these provisions of God, what guarantees me I can access them? Chapter 8. Because God has given us of the Holy Spirit, and it's the Holy Spirit's job to guarantee those who've been called are also glorified and can experience all the things that are offered by God in between. Well, if it's that good, why doesn't Israel have it? Chapters 9 through 11. Because if you don't believe it, you don't get it. And if you don't get it, you don't experience it, because you can only get what God offers through his mercies by his grace when you respond on his terms. Therefore, I beseech you, brethren, by the mercies of God,